There are no undefeateds left in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns defense is one reason why. Daniel Jeremiah of the NFL Network tells us why in DJ Football Now. It is DJ Football. He is Daniel Jeremiah of the NFL Network. I'm Ryan Brown. Thanks for joining us. The show presented by MyBookie.ag. Code next round when you sign on to MyBookie.ag. Get that sign-on bonus of 110%. Your initial deposit, they sign you up and give you 110% of that initial deposit. You can use it right away. Win once. It is yours and yours forever at MyBookie.ag. Code next round for that. MyBookie.ag. Code next round. What is up, DJ? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Just a beautiful day outside. Weather's getting a little bit cooler, and it's the football game's starting to mean a little bit more. It's a great time of year.
They are starting to mean a little bit more, yeah. And my favorite Dolphins, the 1972 version of them, popping that cork, man, because there are no undefeateds left. Didn't even make it to Halloween. One reason why: San Francisco went to Cleveland and lost a football game. What a tremendous win by the Browns Sunday.
Yeah, it was a huge win. And doing it with PJ Walker at quarterback, no Deshaun Watson. You didn't get a ton from your offense. But man, that was as impressive a defensive performance as we've seen this year. I mean, this is a 49ers offense that was just a buzzsaw. It made it look so easy. The Cowboys have a good defense, and they just mowed right through them in the previous week. So for the Browns to come out there and really kind of dictate and dominate that game, make Brock Purdy look nothing like what we've seen from him thus far, hand him his first regular season loss. It was an impressive performance. And Ryan, I guess at the end of the day, maybe we shouldn't have been surprised, because Jim Schwartz and his defenses, no matter where he's been, has given Kyle Shanahan fits. Shanahan's 1-9 against him now. Has never scored 20 points against Jim Schwartz. So this is something, there's some secret sauce there. So much so that if you look at the 49ers defensive line coach is Chris Kasurek, who is a Jim Schwartz disciple, was his defensive line coach with the Lions. And that's kind of if you can't beat them, join them type situation, where he wanted to institute this same defense because he knows how much trouble it's given him. And he's got his offensive coaches littered all over the league.
Well, is Jim Schwartz? I mean, obviously Cleveland's got a good defense. Jim Schwartz knows what he's doing, but I mean, it's not a defense above and beyond what anyone else in the league has. Did he do enough to put the book out a little bit on slowing San Fran down, or is it just this is a matchup that is a bad matchup for Mike Shanahan?
Well, I mean, look, they've had these same defensive players last year, and they look nothing like this. So I give him a lot of credit on that front. I think that they've given up 1,000 yards, I think, of offense, which is incredible at this point in time. So they are kind of on a record-breaking pace in that regard. But in terms of the blueprint, to get to your question, yeah, I think it is a little bit of a blueprint. Now, you got to have the horses to do it, but there is no sitting and reading and watching and communicating. In other words, at the line of scrimmage, that first level of your defense, if you're reading, trying to figure out where the ball is and who's got the back and who's got the quarterback, any hesitation, Kyle Shanahan is going to rip you apart. They eliminate that. They play fast. They are attacking at all times with their front. And then on the back end, they played more man coverage than anybody in the league this last week. I think it was 53 or 56%, which was almost 20% higher than anybody else. And said, hey, we're going to challenge these wide receivers. We're going to force Brock Purdy to fit balls in tight windows. Now they have the secondary to do it with Newsome and Denzel Ward and Amerson. I mean, they did a really nice job against those wideouts. But if you're going to say, this maybe Achilles heel with the 49ers, what could it be? Well, I think when you force Brock Purdy to have to drive the ball outside the numbers, he does not have a huge arm. You take away those crossers, you eliminate the miscommunication. You got him, and you're trying to pass things off. And how many times have we seen guys get cut free? You eliminate all that stuff when you play man coverage. And Brandon Ayuk is their one man beater receiver. Deebo Samuel, he got hurt in this game, but he's not a pristine route runner against man coverage. George Kittle at this point in his career is not going to be, generating a ton of separation in man coverage. You got to deal with McCaffrey when he's healthy and out there, who can win. And then you've got to deal with Ayuk. But man, that lessens the options and your worries defensively.
There's no doubt. And Jim Schwartz has been around long enough to have coached against Mike Shanahan. It was Kyle, obviously, that I meant to say earlier. You're right. I mean, McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel got banged up in this game. It came down to a field goal. I mean, you could play
the makeable kick. Yeah, should have made it.
Well, I mean, but that's the weird thing about this. Like the way the NFL works, you give a team like San Francisco the ball back late in the game. You have not put them away. and let them drive, they make that field goal all the time. The fact that they missed the field goal, now it's a rookie kicker. The fact they missed the field goal, I'm like, that's not supposed to happen in the NFL. That's not the way this normally goes.
No, and again, though, to me, if you'd have told me before that game, looking at how well they were rolling, and you said, PJ Walker and the Browns are in a position to win a game late against the 49ers, I'd be like, you're crazy. They're not going to be able to get a first down against that 49er defense. So, even that, I should have made the kick, but I still think it was it was very impressive what Cleveland was able to accomplish. And maybe just a hint that the 49ers are human, because they were making it look way too easy. I'm not overly concerned. Look, Brock Purdy, when they needed the drive, and you look around the league and there's a lot of quarterbacks, of high regard that haven't been able to move the ball down the field in those situations. He did it. He got it done, gave them a chance to win that game. They missed the kick. So I wouldn't be too overly worried if you're a 49er fan. But I do think you're going to see some more man coverage, and you're going to see teams, trying to play a little bit simpler against that group.
Our conversations on DJ Football presented by MyBookie.ag. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.ag. And right now they're giving you a sign-on bonus with code NEXTROUND. You sign on, make your initial deposit. They give you 110%. That is absolutely free money to you. Use it right there at MyBookie.ag. They've got a money bag where you could spend for players and certain player props or team props, and they give you the odds. It's a fun game to play. They got casino there. You play every single game, college, NFL, all of them. MyBookie.ag, code NEXTROUND. MyBookie.ag, code NEXTROUND. Also apparel provided by Roback.com. The soft hoodies, the quarter zips, the golf shirts. I'm not even going to look at the monitor because I know you're making the face. I'm supposed to send some to DJ. All the great clothes. They've even got pants now, DJ. I've got to send you some of these Roback pants.
Wow,
they're like
great.
Yeah, they're like pajama pants, but you can wear them to church, you can wear them out to dinner.
Nice.
They're phenomenal. Yes, they're so comfortable. TNR20 at checkout to save 20% on your initial order there at Roback.com. TNR20 at Roback.com. When you look at how Cleveland,
I haven't checked the porch, by the way. Maybe they're out there today.
Yeah,
I check every day. I haven't checked yet today.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they're out there today. I promise you that. Hey, when you look at Cleveland and the way they fit in this division, Baltimore has not run away and hidden. Pittsburgh has been very, very up and down. Cincinnati, I mean, it appears Cincinnati's offense is what it is. They, again, very low scoring win. They won a defensive game against the Seahawks. I mean, Cleveland is right in the thick of this because of that Jim Schwartz defense.
Yeah, no question. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're going to be in every game. I mean, Nick Chubb lost for the year. Deshaun Watson hadn't been playing, has been beat up. I'd be pretty hopeful. I don't think they're going away. They're going to be there at the end. This division, it's interesting as you kind of look at the AFC bigger and then also just a tighter look at this particular division. Man, Ryan, these teams are just going to beat each other up, man. I just don't think we're going to see in this division. I don't think we're going to see a 12-win team. I think we're going to see a bunch of, 8, 9, 10 win teams, and it's going to come down to the very end. And so at that point in time, I always look at three things. You look at the coach, look at the quarterback, and you look at the pass rush. And right now you could say, okay, well, the Browns, man, the pass rush is outstanding. Kevin Stefanski and the quarterback, the jury's still out. We'll see what they look like, because with Harbaugh what you're getting, with Mike Tomlin, what you're getting. And then obviously, look at the quarterbacks around the division, and as he's gotten better, Joe Burrow gives Cincinnati a huge leg up in that department. So it's going to be a fascinating division. But to answer your question, it's going to come down to the very end. I don't think the Browns are going anywhere.
Yeah, what a fun division that'll be. We used to call the NFC North the old black and blue division. This one feels like more of the black and blue division now. It has always just been great defenses, teams that are physical, coaches that kind of have that physical edge to them as well historically. So it's going to be fun to watch the AFC there with Cleveland winning it on defense over the San Francisco 49ers. DJ Football presented by MyBookie.ag. Code NEXTROUND when you sign on at MyBookie.ag. Get that sign-on bonus of 110%. That is free money when you sign on and make your initial deposit there at MyBookie.ag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.ag. Also, Roback.com. Code TNR20 at Roback.com to get 20% off your initial order with all that great apparel at Roback.com. Code TNR20.